Have you ever thought the Bible is hard to understand? Sure. Let me tell you why it's not hard to understand, though. It's not because the Bible is some hidden mystery book that requires some secret code to unlock. The Bible is hard to understand because it requires ongoing, consistent, disciplined effort. That's why. The Bible is hard to understand at times because we have such a distance from the original writing of it. Right? Parts of the Bible, the oldest parts of the Bible, were written perhaps 3,500 years ago. And given that fact, they're actually remarkably understandable. If you go read other human writings from 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, it's insane. It's way harder to understand. By comparison, the book of Genesis, there are lots of interpretational challenges to it. There's lots of things for us to ponder deeply and debate and argue about and try to figure out the best explanation for. There are, sure, absolutely. But on the whole, it's actually remarkably understandable for a book that's perhaps nearly as much as 4,000 years old, written in a different language. The Bible is deep and profound and old, but it's not a hidden message that can only be deciphered by a guru, right? A guru would be a person who says that you could never understand this, and so you need me to mediate the truth of it to you. And if that's the view that you have of me, you need to get that straight. I will never say you could never understand this unless you had me. I would say you can absolutely understand this if you put in the ordinary effort to think carefully and learn. I have not done any remarkable thing that any other human being cannot also do. Do you get that? Like if you, for example, if you were willing to put in a certain number of minutes every single day in an ongoing, consistent, sustained discipline, you could learn to read Hebrew. You could do that. You wouldn't need me. You could do that. Now, many of you are like, I don't want to do that. And that's okay. If you're content to take my word for it when I talk about Hebrew words, that's okay. I don't begrudge you that. But you get the point. The point is, I'm not trying to do anything with our church that it's like, you need me to mediate the truth of the scriptures to you. Well, you don't need that. You can study. You can read. You can put effort in. You can consult good resources. You could seek formal education. Like, there's nothing that I've done that nobody else can do. In fact, we'll see when we go on sabbatical this summer, we're going to see a very practical manifestation of, like, I'm not that special. I'm not. Our church is going to be just fine. And part of the lesson that God will teach our church is like, look, Brian's not a guru. He's not Moses on the mountain handing down the tablets to you. You can read the Bible yourself. You can put discipline, effort in. And so the